Hello everybody, morning. Gosh, it's a very dark morning, isn't it, at the moment? It's January, and I'm afraid we have to get up very early, don't we, for school? And it's still, well, God's forgotten to put the light on still this morning. But never mind, I'm awake, and I'm raring to go, as I'm sure you are, because it's our first day back on learning online. And I don't think any of us expected this right at the beginning of this year. But do you know what, children? We've just got to dig deep and make the most of it. And actually, isn't it nice? Because I've got company again. Look, who's this? It's Harold. Harold's back. So Harold will be keeping me company as I do your assemblies online for a few more weeks. I haven't had a chance to actually talk to you all because normally first assembly of the first year I'd be saying, oh, what did you get for Christmas? You know, tell me something that you got, tell me somebody that you went to see, tell me something that you've done. And of course I can't ask you that. Well, I can ask you, but you can't reply to me today. But you can always drop me a line on Teams, can't you? You can drop me a line on the chat channel if that helps, and we can chat a bit more on Friday when I do assembly again. But you can see what Harold's got, because Harold's got his new scarf on. Look, can you remember this scarf? Can you remember who knitted it for him? This was the scarf knitted by the Cunninghams, by Anna and Drew. And it's a very long scarf, isn't it? Look at this. There we are. It's great big. And there's another scarf underneath. And Anna knitted one and Drew knitted the other. And you know, Harold loves them and he needs them at the moment because they keep him nice and warm, don't they? So there you go. So I hope you did get something nice for Christmas, and I hope you had a lovely, lovely break from school, because you'd worked very hard last term, and we wrote all your reports, and we were all ready for a break, weren't we? But unfortunately, the term hasn't started as we probably expected it to, like I say, and I am so sorry, children, that we're not in school. We did try our very, very hardest. Honestly, every single teacher was in here yesterday. We had your classrooms all ready. We had all of the backing paper on the walls. We had all of your books ready. We were ready to welcome you back tomorrow. And then Mr. Johnson went and put a bit of a spanner in the works last night on Tuesday. Was it Monday or Tuesday night? I can't remember. The days are rolling into one already. And he said, you know what? I think it's better if we just all stay at home and do home learning for a little bit. So we've got to listen to him because he's the Prime Minister. So, and we've got to sort this bug out. And we're all in it together. So hopefully we will sort this bug out, and you, me, and Harold will all be back in school very soon. But you know, even though we're not in school, we've got 2 new children who started this term. And again, so we're going to I need you all to do a virtual wave to them this morning, because we have got Phoebe, who you have met, many of you, because she came on our World Book Day, actually. She was dressed all in purple, I seem to remember. So she has joined her class in year 4. So hi, Phoebe. Should we give Phoebe a wave, everyone? And then also we've got Milo, and Milo is started in year 5. And Milo is the cousin of Carson. So it's lovely to have Milo on board as well. So come on, Harold, give Milo a wave as well. There we are. We'll give you a wave, Milo. So hopefully we'll be able to welcome you into school soon, but I'm sure your class will do their best to keep you, welcome you on Teams in the meantime. Okay, right. Do you know what? I don't know if we saw round this corner. We knew we had this bug, but it's really difficult sometimes to see round every corner and know what's going on. And I thought to myself, do you know, that makes a very good theme for the first assembly of the year. So I'm going to tell you a story now. Okay, ears open and listen. It was the start of a new school term, and Jenny was very excited. And Jenny was very excited because she'd been chosen to go and give a message to the school secretary. Now, Jenny was a very good girl, and she loved being given jobs to do. And she was always, always keen to leave her class and go on any messages that the teachers gave her. So off she set with a message for the school secretary. and she was thinking about what it was in her head because she wanted to get the words right and she didn't want to get anything wrong. So she was reciting what she needed to say to the school secretary as she walked across to the school office. Meanwhile, Michael was hurrying down the corridor. Now, Michael was a little bit late for school. And the reason Michael was late? Well, because his little brother had just been playing up a bit and wouldn't get in the car and then wouldn't put his shoes on and then lost one of his socks. And it was all going on. And unfortunately, it made Michael late for school. So Michael was a bit worried because he wanted to get there in time because he needed to get to his teacher's classroom, Mr. Lawson. So as Michael got into school, he quickened his pace down the corridor to the point that he was running. Now, he knew he shouldn't have been running, but he was late and he knew he'd get into trouble. And he couldn't help it. His classroom was, after all, just around the corner. And he could hear Mr. Lawson saying the end of the register and telling the children to get their books out. He was almost there. He'd almost made it to the classroom when, bang! Guess what? He'd run round the corner, couldn't see in front of him, and banged straight in to Jenny. Well, Jenny absolutely was floored, fell down, bumped her chin, looking dazed, tears in her eyes, wondering what on earth had happened. Meanwhile, Michael, looking very, very sorry for himself, thought, uh-oh, I'm going to be in big trouble here. And of course, Mr. Lawson, who'd heard the bang, came out of the classroom. I didn't see you round the corner, said Michael. Clearly, said Jenny, rubbing her chin. Mr. Lawson said, do you know what? Jenny couldn't have avoided that because she couldn't see around the corner either. And Michael, you could have helped the situation because if you hadn't been running, then maybe you wouldn't have actually banged into Jenny quite as hard. So Michael was made to apologise. They both picked Jenny up. Jenny was checked over. Her chin was all right. And everything ended happily and they both went off to their classes and Jenny did remember to go and give the message to the school secretary. And that's quite a normal story, isn't it? I mean, that happens in schools all the time, really. But I suppose there's a message in this story for us at the moment because, like I said, Michael couldn't see round the corner. Jenny couldn't see around the corner and they couldn't avoid really what was going to happen. And I think that's a bit like us. I think we all sat and had our Christmas dinners and we all thought, oh, this is great. I'll be able to tell all my friends when I get back to school what I've been doing over these Christmas holidays. Because we couldn't see round that corner and see that actually Mr. Johnson was going to say, do you know what? We're not going back to school. We've got to stay at home because that's the safest place for us at the moment. And I suppose, although it's hard, I think Michael has learned something about not running round corners, down corridors, because actually he can hurt somebody. And I think we've probably going to learn something here because we didn't know what was round the corner, but we are going to learn from this. And if we stay at home, I am hoping, and Harold is hoping, and he's got all his paws crossed and all his scarves crossed, that actually we will get on top of this bug. And this bug will go away and hopefully we can all get on with our lives. And I can see you all in school. And I'm probably going to tell some of you off for running across the courtyard, aren't I? But until then, we're just going to have to make the best we can. And I need you, in the meantime, to really, really help your parents out. Because like last time, oh, they've got a hard job now. They're not teachers, are they? Yeah, they're not Mr. Sturgis standing there telling you about maths, or they're not Mrs. Fletcher or Mrs. Wrightson or Mrs. Griffiths or anybody else. But you know what? They're trying their best. They are trying their best to help you. And yesterday, well, it was mad at school. Mad as we tried to get all of your books and everything ready for you for today. And your first Teams lesson is starting at 9:25, isn't it, for everybody? So you need to go now and get yourself ready for that lesson, and hopefully you've got all your books and things organised. And if you haven't, well, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. It's more important that we get to see you, even if it is on a screen, and we can say hello to you and check you're all right. And you know what? If you don't get all of your work finished, then that doesn't matter either. What does matter, what really matters, children, is that you try your best, because that's all we can do at the moment, isn't it? Try our best, and try very hard and help each other. Okay? So, this is the beginning of block 1. Now, that might be familiar to some of you, especially you older ones, because I think it's easier for all of us, and I think it helps us to handle things, to think of things in blocks. So we're calling this block 1, and block 1 takes us from today until the end of January. And then we've got block 2 if we need it, if Mr Johnson says we've still got to stay at home. So we're going to work really hard through block 1 and try our best. And then after that, we'll think where we go from there. We'll turn another corner, I hope. All right, everybody? So, good luck. I'll see you on Friday. You go and get ready. And from Harold and me, bye-bye.